Hello, so in this video I'm going to be talking about life changes and how to accommodate these changes, how to cope with these changes. So this video is all about life changes. So if you're into that, sit tight because I'm going to be breaking down for you several things you can do for you to manage these changes that comes into your life. So the first thing you have to know is that change is inevitable. Whether you like it or not, you always come across changes in your life, and that is how life is. Things keep changing. You were born, you grew up, you studied, and right now you're working towards something else. So all those stages that you passed through, those are changes that you went through. And even if currently you are facing changes in your life, you have come across these big changes, and they are making you feeling overwhelmed and you're unhappy and you don't know how to do about these changes, then there are several things I'll share with you so that you can ensure that these changes that don't affect your life anymore. Because to be honest, either is it a whether it is a positive change or a negative change, it will affect you in one way or another. So you have to come up with a way that will accommodate these changes so that your life isn't messed up. Because trust me, if you have no way to cope up with these changes, then your life will be messy and you won't like it. So I thought so much about this, and I've been going through some changes myself. So I sat down and I did some research, and I decided to come up with the best amazing ways to cope with these changes so that they don't affect you. Because to be honest, I was so much affected by the changes in my life, and I'm trying to share with you this so that you don't get affected by these changes. So to be honest, we are all afraid of change, and we are afraid of change because our brains are wired to resist change. We are used to be in our comfort zone. We don't like things changing because that is it. The moment you believe in something and it turns out to be something that it's not what you believe in, then you will feel you'll come across different feelings. There'll be negative feelings or positive feelings that will arise. So the moment you are so much into your comfort zone and you come across several things that you don't appreciate or you are not happy with, or some things that you never expect, then there is a change. Some emotions will be triggered. And when these emotions are triggered, you'll either be happy, you'll either be stressed, you'll either be sad about those changes. For instance, when you move from one stage to your life, maybe you are, maybe let me say you are pursuing your career. Let me say you are pursuing mechanical engineering and you graduated, and now you are searching for a job. That is a change that you have come across. This is a change. The process of you searching for a job, for you to get employed, for the process of you searching for your dream job. This is a change, and this can affect you. And that is why when you are searching for a job, maybe you feel overwhelmed because you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to cope with this issue of you searching for a job. You keep on tamarking from company to company, searching for a better job. Maybe sharing your CV from this company to that company for you to get the best job with this amount of money that you are that you wish to receive from the job. So these are changes. For instance, if you are in a relationship and you break up with someone and you break up, this is a change that you come across. During this breakup is another change. So coping with these changes can be so frustrating, can be so hard, and can even break your life. So if you don't know how to cope with these changes, then they can affect you very significantly. So without wasting time because I can talk so much about that, and I can talk the whole day about changes. So let me share with you several things that you can do to cope up with these changes. So I've just come up with I've come up with top 3 amazing ways to deal with these changes in your life. So the first thing that I found is that you have to admit and appreciate that things are changing. This is it, guys. You have to appreciate that things are changing. You have to appreciate and understand that things are changing. The moment you are in denial that there is nothing changing, then things will be hard for you. because this resistance that you may have is usually based on your comfort zone, on your belief, on things that you are accustomed to. So the moment you are used to several state of things, and things turns out to be the way you are not expecting them to be, then there's this tendency of you resisting this change. And trust me, when you resist this change, things are going to be harder for you. There is no way you'll be able to accommodate these changes. There is no way you'll be able to cope with these changes, because this will ruin you. This will ruin you, trust me. And that is why you have to appreciate the changes. You have to understand that it's a part of life. You have to know that things will never be stagnant in life. And that is why things keep on changing. Years keep on changing. Days keep on changing. We can't have Sundays forever. We can't have Mondays forever. And that is why we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So you have to understand that things are changing. You have to appreciate that. And that is the art of life. That is the art of life. Everything keeps on changing. Every second, every minute, every hour, every week, and every month. You have to appreciate that for you to be able to accommodate these changes. So understanding and appreciating that everything will change, this will make you comfortable. This will give you the capability to see things in a different lenses. And this is what will give you the courage and the power to accommodate these changes and face these changes that comes into your life. Because trust me, all changes, either is it positive change or a negative change, they all come with their own dramas, with their own traumas, with so many things. And that is why you have to appreciate. You have to appreciate. The moment you appreciate, understand that everything will change, then you'll develop a positive mindset on how you can handle these changes that you come across in your life. And that is it. So the moment you appreciate it, and that you'll be willing to come up with a plan to solve this issue. And that is why it's very important for you to appreciate and understand that things are changing. So the next thing you can do is when things are changing in your life is to find out which ways these changes affect you. So if you have come across several changes in your life, it can be that some of these changes may be amazing for you. You may be so happy. You may be so hyped. I mean, you're full of energy because you are experiencing positive changes. And that is great. I'm not saying that you should not feel happy about the positive changes that you come across in your life. You should be totally happy about these changes. So be happy and embrace these changes. So, but for you to, and also there's the negative changes. These negative changes are going to make you feel unhappy, are going to make you feel sad, are going to make you feel overwhelmed, are going to put you under pressure. So you have to find out in which way are these changes affecting you. If they're affecting you in a positive way or a negative way, you have to find a way to cope with these changes. So let me start with the positive changes. So if the change is positive and you are happy with that change, then what you have to do is try to embrace that change and try to keep that positivity in a way that it won't make you lose focus on what you have been working for. Because the moment you lose focus on what you have been working for, the schedule that you keep on doing, the things that you keep on doing, then this positive change can eventually turn from positive to negative, and this is going to affect you. So you have to keep in track. You have to keep in track the good things that you are doing in your life for you to come across this positive change, and this is what will enable you to manage this change. It's very important for you to understand that. And if it's a change, it's a positive change, but it is driving you insane, you have to find a way to at least slow down some of these changes, so that it doesn't affect your life. Because if the change is positive and it's taking you too fast, you are going to lose momentum on several things that you are doing in your life. You are going to lose focus on some of the things that you are doing for you to receive this change, because that change came as a result of you doing something about it, and that is why you have a positive change. If maybe you got employed, it's because you're working so hard for you to get employed. If maybe you got a new person into your life, it's because you searched for that person and you invested your time and energy and feelings to that relationship for it to grow. So there's something that you did better, and that is why you come across the change. So make sure that you don't lose focus because of this change. So, and that is what you should know. So if it's a negative change and it's affecting you negatively, then you have to figure out a way on how you can handle these negative changes. So maybe if it's a negative change, can you just try sit down, reflect on what you do on what you are not doing better, on what are you doing for you to have experienced this change. Because if it's a negative change, it's probably there's something that you did wrong in your life. There's something that never worked the way you expected, and that is why you are receiving this change. So sit down and try to think about it. Try to reflect on where did I go wrong? What did I do for me to experience this kind of change? So just try to sit down and come up with a way. Come up with a way that will accommodate this negative change, and try to tweak some 1, 2, 3 things for you to be able to slow down that negativity, or that negative change. Try to make it into a positive one. So let me give you an instance here. For instance, if you are doing something, let me say you are a student and you failed. This is another change. Maybe you failed. This is a change. So you have to think of why did I fail on this unit or on this course. So you have to figure out what was I doing wrong, and what can I change about it, and how should I go about this negative change that I'm facing right now. Should I give up? Should I do this? Should I come up with several ways? This is so you have to find ways for you to accommodate this change so that it doesn't affect you, and that is what you should do about it. But if it's a negative change and you just do nothing about it, simply because you know that maybe you're expecting for another change immediately, then this is going to mess up your life, and your life is going to be messier. And I know you don't want that to happen. So you have to figure out a way on how you can accommodate this change. So there's a third way on how you can manage, you can cope with these big changes in your life. And as I said, is to come up with a way to accommodate these changes. So as I said, you have to come up with a way to accommodate these changes. If it's a positive, then embrace it. If it's a negative, then find a way to come up with their schedule. If you are happy with the schedule, maybe let me say it's a negative change, and you realize that happened because you shift your schedule, you change things, and that is why you are not seeing the things the way they are right now. It's because of the schedule that you change. So you have to go back on the schedule that you used to do for you to attain the positive change. If it's a positive change, then know that you are doing something better, and you should keep on doing the same things. So, but this change, that is not enough. This can mess you up. That is not enough for you to cope with these changes. There is another way you can do that. If it's a change, if it's to change your old schedule, then you have to do it for you to accommodate these changes. Because trust me, these changes that comes into your life, every change has its unique component. Every change has its own strategies. You can't use your old strategies to work out the new changes that you have come across in your life, and that's it. So another way is to find possible ways to make yourself feel at ease when handling these changes. So come up with ways. It can either be a positive change or negative changes, because positive change can stress you, and a negative change can stress you at the same time. So you have to find a ways that you will be able to accommodate these changes. And there are several things you can do about that. You can eat healthy, and that's it. You have to eat healthy. You have to exercise. Exercising is a good way of you getting yourself in shape, and ensuring that these changes that you come across don't pile up in your mind. As in, you keep your mind fresh, you keep your body fit, and you at least you have the energy to face these changes that you come across. Don't try to be idle when you are facing these changes, because this is going to ruin you. This is going to mess things up. So you don't have to be idle. You have to figure out something that you will do in order for you to accommodate these changes in your life, so that at least, even if several things are changing, but you know that there is something that is constant within you. There is something that you always keep on doing, and this is what will make you feel relieved. So the next thing you can do when you're facing big changes, and this will help you to cope with these changes, is to talk to someone about these changes. So if you have your partner, if you have your friends, if you have your family, talk to them about these changes, because this is what is going to help you come up with better ways. This at least is going to reduce the burden that you have. You want to be carrying these changes alone. So if you are dating, then then talk to your partner about these changes. Let your partner know about these changes. At least when you talk to someone about it, even if that person won't help you to accommodate these changes or to cope with these changes, but at least he or she will give you the courage to face these changes, to handle these changes, and at least this is what will calm you down, and at least you know that someone else also has your back on the changes that goes on in your life, and this is what you should do. The next thing you should do is you should avoid any negative feelings about the changes that you are experiencing. Changes, as I said earlier, changes can either make you happy or they can either make you unhappy. They can overwhelm you. They can put you under pressure. They can do so many things in your life, and sometimes you might even feel that things are shifting in your life because of what you are experiencing currently. So you have to avoid any negative feelings. If you know that there is a feeling that maybe you have within you, and this feeling can mess things up, then you have to avoid that feeling. So you have to avoid anything that will rise or will bring about the negative feeling that you're feeling, because currently as you're facing these changes, you don't need anything that is going to stress you. You don't need anything that is going to be pulling you down, and that is what you should do. So guys, this is what I really wanted to share, guys. So I had this information deep in my heart, and I thought that it's better to share with you guys, so that you get to know how you can cope up with these changes in your life, so that your life doesn't get messed up. And that's it. So if you like the content, hit the like button so that the video can spread to more people. It can also help them to cope with the changes that they are facing currently. And if you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe so that you keep growing together, and you'll be able to see more content like this: lifestyle, relationship, and self-development. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.